a very good morning, afternoon, and evening to all of you listening, global citizens. My name is Good News Ibiang on the People's Show, People's Connect on AfroLink Continental Radio. As always, the People's Connect is about the people, our community, people who meet successes, people who meet failure, people who meet problems, whatever it is that is affecting our people in the community, positive or negative, we talk about it on the People's Connect. And on the show this day, I have particularly people of the agricultural extract, people from the agricultural sector. They are having issues that we would like to talk about. And on the show here, I have two fantastic young men here. One of them is a pastor, and one of them is popularly known as the chair. Goes by the name Kelly. Okay, we will be talking to them about the issues they face in their farms this year based on some natural disasters, flood particularly. We'll talk about their plans and what they think the government can do to always help in situations like this. Right away, I would like to introduce the two men that I have with me. Okay, these two men are great farmers. I would like them to talk to us about their experience this year farming rice in the Enonti farm road, where we call Kabali. Mr. Kelly Ubi, aka the chair, I would like you to talk about what happened or what you think the government can do. But first, I would like Pastor
John Essen.
Beautiful. I would like to see Pastor Essien talk about what happened, the incident, and how big or how deep the problem is. The floor is yours, Pastor.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, listeners, the plight that we are into this hour is because of what has happened to us at Enonti Farm Road, particularly in Ugep, Yakurr local government of Cross River State. The experience is so devastating that a lot of people have been hospitalized as I speak to you now. The issue is that we decided to cultivate at that farmland that is close to Anon in Abi local government. We have common boundary with Anon in Abi local government and Ekori in Yakurr local government. And we decided to cultivate. The land is very large, and the farmers that are there are up to 70 to 80. And that the work we have done so far, we are almost harvesting the rice. It is 3 months rice, that is 90 days rice that we've cultivated it. And we also know that the flood, as soon as the ocean closes its mouth and the rivers could not penetrate, it has to go back. And then when it goes back, it comes down to this our site that is close to Anon and Ekori and Ugep precisely. And for over a decade, our parents who have been affected and died as a result of borrowing money to cultivate at that farmland could not be able to access government intervention to process that farmland again. So we, the young people, came and applied some techniques to see that before the flood comes. Normally the flood comes by October, September ending, and October up to 15. So that has been the usual time that we know it comes. So we decided to cultivate rice that we harvest between July and August, and that is what is on ground now. The rice is almost ready to harvest, and then the flood came last week, Friday, Saturday, up to this day as I'm talking. Everything is inside the water that you cannot even have access to enter there. You cannot even go close to the place because it's very terrifying and terribly to enter. And we are, a lot of us that have farms there have been hospitalized. A lot of them have been shocked, and that is the reason why we are calling on government intervention, both federal, state, local government, and well-wishers to come to our rescue so that we can be able to live and continue processing rice. Thank you very much, sir.
That sounds so devastating.
Okay.
It's a pitiable situation. So
Right.
what you're saying right now is the problem is beyond just rice
Okay.
being sunk underwater.
Okay.
The water submerged the rice. For how long has this been?
This is over 2 weeks now.
Okay.
And as soon as rice is inside water for over a week, then that rice is already gone.
Okay, that means it will rot.
Yes, it will rot
because there's no more.
It doesn't breathe again. There's no sunlight.
No photosynthesis
yes,
taking place.
It will just go like that.
Okay, so it's beyond just that. From what you're saying, people are in hospitals because. What do you think? Why are people in hospitals?
Because a lot of us borrowed a lot of money from associations, from people, banks, and then so that as soon as is harvested by this month, we can pay back. And those people that have been hospitalized is because of the shock and how to recover and pay their debt. That is why they have been too shocked down and they could not be able to withstand it.
Okay, it is very painful to hear that this has happened. Very, very sad. So, as it stands now, you guys, from what you said, you made your calculation, right?
Yes.
You used a rice species that
will last
mature
in 90 days time. That's 3 months time.
So that you could harvest before the flood comes.
Yes, by September ending or October.
So, but this year the warnings changed.
Yes, it came by July ending.
Okay, meaning everything is gone now.
It's gone as I speak.
Nobody knows how to pay their creditors back.
Yes, we don't know. And that is why we are asking for government to intervene.
Okay, thank you, Pastor Etienne.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so let me hear from you, Mr. Kelly. Mr. Kelly, you heard him very well. I know it's not something someone has to tell you particularly. You have, how many farms do you have there? How many rice farms?
I have up to 3 farms there, but the ones affected particularly are 2.
2.
Yeah.
This rice you're talking about, was it ripe, ready for harvesting?
Yeah, of course. The 2 farms I cultivated them same time, and of course they are the same species. This 3 months, which is 90 days, as previous speaker just said. They are 90 days rice. They are already set for this thing, for harvest. Just 1 week precisely, I would have been maybe on my way harvesting the rice. But all to no avail, I found a very serious and terrible flood. And of course, this is my first experience. I decided to engage into farming because I found out that since I had an accident with my car, got an accident twice. My cars. So the 2 cars got damaged beyond repair. The first one was a small car. The second was a big one that I'm managing previously, which was Previa. So I had an accident that the car got damaged beyond repair. So I decided that let me not sit down like that. Hence I saw my friends going into farming and they are making it. And of course the government also said, the government cherishes those who at least support them by bringing food to some certain societies. So I decided to also join those who are into this agricultural farming, to also go into farming. So this is my first experience. It baffles me. The day I went to farm with my boys and my children that are accompanying me in the process. So when we got there that morning, what we saw there was devastating. We saw a handful of flood that covered the whole rice. Even those people that were on top of a place that looked like it's a little hill, the flood covers to a very large distance that was unbearable. You cannot go into it. Some few persons that came there with their phones were able to video it, but some of us that are strange in the system were scared. God, like personally, like me, I cannot swim. So up to date, I don't know the condition about my rice and even those who are beside me. So my brother, I don't know what to say as I'm talking to you like this. I'm just recovering from a shock I had. I decided not to put my heart into it, but 2 days ago I had a shock that my heart began to beat. I had a serious shock that I was admitted in the hospital. I just recovered myself this morning, and then I heard that there's an interview here, so I decided to come and be part of the interview. So as it stands, please, I am begging the government. I look at the situation. I pity those who have gone through it several years back, because for me, being my first experience, but this wouldn't stop me from continuing, because they say life is all about risk. It won't stop me from continuing. But taking this kind of risk, I think is not too fair. So that's why we are calling on the government to give us assisting hands. Not only compensating us, even if they compensate us, yes, it would be nice that they compensate, government should compensate us. But they should look after the situation in that place.
Okay. Okay, so what you're saying is you are calling on the government to intervene.
Yes.
So the government, with its agencies like NEMA or the Food and Agricultural Organization, those are people that can come in and help you. So are you saying that you need their help?
We need their help, not even me. We need their help as an association, because I know the product that used to come from that farm. Even when I never started farming with them, I know what enticed me before I decided to go into that rice agricultural farming. I know what product that I used to sell. I used to envisage coming from that particular branch of the farm.
Okay, so in what way do you want the government to come in? What do you want the government to do for you?
Yes. One, first of all, I will appeal to the government, if they could make that particular Enonti road to be mobile for transportation of the goods when the time is ripe for harvesting. Two, the most paramount aspect of it, they should look into the situation that is always causing that flood that used to damage people crops in that area. Because I think it's very simple. It's a river branch, the river bank, a river branch that used to cause that flood, which could be maintained.
Okay, so the government should curb the flooding.
Yes, it could be controlled.
Help curbing, okay?
Yes, by curbing the flooding.
That's number one. Okay, for the recent losses, to make up for what people invested that's been lost, what do you think the government should do?
They should look into individual losses, because like me personally, I cannot say about others, because so many out there I know as I used to know. I have once been an agent that used to loan out money to some of them. So when I understand what gains and what gains they used to make out of it, at least like last year, I discovered that some of them made an harvest of 50 bags, 40 bags. I say, wow, so these people are actually the one feeding this our society. The rice does not only end here. People do come all the way from Ebonyi State to buy from them. People come from Calabar. Sometimes people come from River State to buy from them. It entices me to go into the farming. So sometimes I do loan them money. But me personally, this year, I know how much I have put in. I have put in up to 2.5 million and above. Yes. So I want government to look into it, because so many of us, so many of our people out there, some of them have come and died. Like the other day before yesterday, we lost one man. Yes, we lost one Okon who died when the son came back from the farm and gave him a feedback that flood has covered the whole of their rice. And the man recalled what they have faced some years back. He couldn't bear it. The man just slumped and died. So please, we are appealing to government. It should come to our aid.
So the government can actually hear you, because this platform is on the internet and everyone listens to it. Everyone can play it. We can always put it in different platforms. And in case you're listening, this is AfroLink Continental Radio. Our app is on Google Play Store. If you go to Google Play Store and search AfroLink Continental, you will find the app there. Open it and tap play, You will always listen to our live programs, recorded ones like this one. You will always listen and bless yourself. We also have a website, www.afrolinkcontinental.com, and that's where you can also listen to us. And if you have business to advertise, it could be a church, it could be a hotel, it could be a school, whatever it is that is your business, you're welcome. We will always advertise for you live, recorded through jingles, etc. You are welcome. Okay, we've spent the last 15 minutes talking to Pastor Essien and former chairman of Ntankwo community, Mr. Kelly Ubi, and they are victims of the flooding. Their rice farms have been covered and are still submerged for up to 2 weeks now under water. That is dangerous for rice, and they have lost money. Okay, so next week on this same show, we will have another set of people. It doesn't have to always be negative news. It could always be positive news. And that's what the People's Connect is about. Let's connect next week. Continue to listen to AfroLink Continental Radio, and thank you.